This is JoinDaCrowd Radio.
JoinDaCrowd.com. We back at it. Hoodie gang, what's up? Episode 7, JoinDaCrowd Radio. This one is called As Written by the Dream. With this playlist, we pretty much just going into certain songs that the Dream not only wrote for, but as well as produced. We also going to give you a few of his records as well. This playlist was released on July 5th, 2018. That's when we put this out. And we're just going to go into the details of it. What I said about this playlist was, here's a collection of hit records across different genres, penned by, featured on, and performed by The Dream. 21 songs that jump-started, showcased, and solidified The Dream's legacy as a writer, contributor, and performer with some of the biggest names in the music industry. As written by The Dream. And when we go into this actual playlist, first song on this is going to be J. Holiday's Bad. It was produced by Los the Maestro. This was his second single off his debut album, Back in My Lap. They say Chris Brown was originally chosen to record the song, but when The Dream decided to give it to J. Holiday instead, Brown said that he would at least want it to be featured on the record, as he thought it would bring the song to #1, but it never happened. Bad debuted on the US Billboard Hot 100 at 89, and then it peaked at 5. It was the #1 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs for 5 weeks in a row. It was released June 19th, 2007, and then the album was released October 2nd, 2007. It was #4 off that album. So now we're gonna go into one of the Dream songs, and that's Rockin' That Shit, or the edited version, Rockin' That Thing. It was produced by The Dream as well as Tricky Stewart, and it was off his album Love vs. Money. It was released December 9th, 2008, and it was #2 off the Love vs. Money album that came out in 2009. That was part of his Radio Killer Records and Def Jam Recordings distribution record deal, whatever you want to call it. Next song on this playlist is going to be Beyonce's Run the World Girls. Yes, this was written by The Dream. It was produced by Shea Taylor, Beyonce, as well as The Dream. Run the World Girls is a song recorded by American recording artist Beyonce from her 4th album, 4, released as the lead single from the album. Lyrically, the song is about girl empowerment. It was released April 21st, 2011. Written by Afrojack, The Dream, as well as Beyonce and a few others. And it was actually #12 off Beyonce's 4 album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Usher's Trading Places. Yes, written by The Dream. Produced by Los the Maestro off of his Here I Stand album. Usher told MTV the concept of the record is, the story is like wishful thinking for all men to have a woman who takes control and compliments us the way we compliment them. It was written by The Dream, and it was released May 13th, 2008, and it was #4 off the Here I Stand album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Rihanna's Umbrella, produced by Tricky Stewart. Yes, again, written by The Dream. Featured Jay-Z, and this was off of her Good Girl Gone Bad album. Rihanna comforts her lover by telling him she will be there for him in good times and bad. The umbrella is a metaphor for her support. Umbrella stayed on top of the UK singles chart for 10 consecutive weeks, longer than any other single of that decade. The single remained at the top of the US Billboard Hot 100 for 7 consecutive weeks. Wow. The song was initially offered to Britney Spears' management, who declined, to which The Dream and Rihanna reacted. We thought Let's Save Our Friend. I'm so thankful for it. I prayed for this song. And it was released March 29, 2007. And it was the first song off her Good Girl Gone Bad album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Kelly Rowland's Dirty Laundry, produced and written by The Dream, off the Talk a Good Game album. And it was number 6 off that Talk a Good Game album that came out in 2013. Next song on this playlist is going to be Justin Bieber's Baby. Yes, again, written by The Dream. It was featured with Ludacris, the rap verse. Dream also produced it, and it was off Justin Bieber's My World 2.0 album. Baby is about breaking up with someone you love and still wanting them after you've already broken up. It's the lead single off of Bieber's debut album, My World 2.0. It debuted and peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. It is also one of Justin Bieber's most popular songs of all time. So you know that thing probably went crazy platinum. It was released on January 18th, 2010. And it was number 1 off of My World 2.0. Next song on this playlist is going to be Britney Spears' Me Against the Music. Yes, again, written by The Dream. Britney Spears. Yes, The Dream wrote a Britney Spears song. It features Madonna, and it was produced by Tricky Stewart, which is one of The Dream's collaborators as far as writing, as far as producing. And it was off her In The Zone album. Me Against the Music is a song recorded by Britney Spears featuring Madonna, released on October 14, 2003 by Jive Records as the lead single of the In The Zone, her 4th studio album. The song was a commercial success, peaking on top of the charts in countries as Australia, Denmark, Hungary, Ireland, and Spain, as well as the European Hot 100 singles. It was released October 14, 2003, and it was actually number 1 off the In The Zone album. Dream said, I was getting into the business. I'm in the Cadillac in Atlanta, 92 Cadillac, and I get the call from Tricky Stewart. We're going to cut this song with Britney. I hung up and just screamed out Joyous Sounds because she was big at the time, so to get to write a song with her was huge for The Dream. Next song on this playlist is going to be Jamie Foxx's Blame It. That beat is crazy. I know this song tore the club up when they played this. Blame It on the Juice, got me feeling loose. It was produced by Christopher Deep Henderson. It featured T-Pain, and it was off of Jamie Foxx's Intuition album. Blame It is a song by American singer-actor Jamie Foxx, released as the 2nd official single from his 3rd studio album, Intuition, which came out in 2008. It features singer T-Pain and was written by The Dream, as well as a few others, where T-Pain uses auto-tune. He also uses some elements from his song I Love You Girl by The Dream. The song received many accolades and nominations, including a win for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group. It was released December 16, 2008, and it was actually number 5 off the Intuition album. The next song on this playlist is going to be The Dreams Falsetto. As I said, this is called As Written by The Dream, so not only are we going to feature songs that he wrote on, but we're going to feature some of his big records as well. Of course, it was produced by him and Tricky. It was off his Love Hate album. Dream is dope because he always focuses his albums around love. You know, Tricky and Dream reunites for this very blunt but sexy song, with the latter showing how good his falsetto game is. Somewhat a slow jam, it has some hard-hitting drums along with some interesting guitar parts, especially toward the end. Falsetto was just another proof of how good these guys are at making ear candy for the fans. It was released September 28th, 2007, and it's actually number 6 off the Love Hate album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Jay-Z and Kanye West, No Church in a While. Another dope beat. And yes, The Dream wrote on this. 9 out of 10, he probably wrote the bridge, he probably wrote the hook. You know, he probably has some inspiration into the way the song got structured together. So of course he's going to get writing credits on it. It features The Dream as well as Frank Ocean. It was produced by Omas Keith, Mike Dean, 88 Keys, and of course Kanye West. It was off the Watch the Throne album. No Church in a While is an existential renunciation of a traditional organized religious worship. Its theme is reminiscent of a famous line delivered by Cassius in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. The fault, dear Buddhists, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. The song won an award for the best rap song collaboration. No Church in a While debuted at 100 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the week of February 4th, 2012, and peaked at number 72 during the week of February 25th, 2012. No Church in a While did go platinum on April 10th, 2015. It was released August 8th, 2011, and it was actually the first song off of Jay-Z and Kanye West's Watch the Throne album. Next song on this playlist is Tinashe's Super Love. As always, it was written and produced by The Dream as well as with Tricky Stewart. It was off her Joyride album. Super Love was a promo single, initially meant to be the lead single from her sophomore album. The chart failure of the song meant the singer eventually released 4 more promo singles before deciding on No Drama as the first official single from the LP. The song did, however, appear as a bonus track on the final pressings. The song is about when you meet someone for the first time and you all for them, and it brings out that super love feeling, which involves joy, butterflies, and all the good stuff. It's a celebration of happiness. More specifically, it celebrates the kind of happiness that is so immense and infectious that you can't help but rejoice to be in it. She said she hoped to utilize this wonderful energy and make people feel good, love harder, and dance together. It was released July 15th, 2016, and it was number 15 off her Joyride album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Mary J. Blige's Just Fine. Yes, The Dream wrote for Mary J. Blige. It was produced by Tricky Stewart and Jazzy Faye, and it was off her Growing Pains album. Just Fine was the first single from Mary J. Blige's 9th studio album, Growing Pains. The high energy song and its dance-heavy music video were inspired by Michael Jackson's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. In a sharp contrast to brooding, broken-hearted ballads, Mary is known for Just Fine as an unapologetically happy song. It was released October 16, 2007, and it was actually number 3 off the Just Fine album. I see you out there, Hoodie Gang. You doing it, man. Your boy Monty made it. JoinDaCrowd.com, MontyMadeIt.com, JoinDaCrowd Radio. This is episode 7. It's nothing like that. Next song on this playlist is going to be B2K's Everything. I was never a B2K fan. Girls loved them. My little sisters loved them. My little girl cousins loved them. I think a lot of little kids loved them. I just never could dig into the music. Just not something I wanted to listen to at the time. But I know he had some crazy tours. Sold a bunch of records. It was produced by Lainey. It was off the album Pandemonium. It was released September 5th, 2002, and it was number 11 off the Pandemonium album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Mariah Carey's Touch My Body. Yes, The Dream wrote a song from Mariah Carey as well. Absolutely. It was produced by Tricky Stewart as well as Mariah Carey, and it was off her E = MC2 album. Touch the Body topped the charts and gave Mariah the most number 1 singles in U.S. history by a solo artist, surpassing Elvis Presley. It's amazing to feel just how Touch My Body is exploding all over the world. I'm just so thankful. Because it's a song that I love so much. A song that really does express my personality. For most of the close friends, that it's their favorite song because it's fun, it's cute, and it's not taking itself too seriously. I love the humor in it. It was released February 12th, 2008. And it was number 2 off the E = MC2 album. Next song off this playlist is going to be Jesse Mccartney's Leaving. Yes, The Dream wrote a song for Jesse McCartney, and it was also produced by him and Tricky, and it was off the album Departure. Leaving is a song by American singer and songwriter Jesse McCartney, released as the lead single from McCartney's third studio album Departure. The song and its lyrical content was considered to some as a departure from McCartney's younger image, having a more mature sound to it than McCartney's previous works. Lyrically, the song follows McCartney's interest in another woman, but the woman has a significant other. One of the dope, go-to, kind of cliche vibes when it comes to R&B songs, but it works. And it was number 1 off of the Departure album that came out in 2008. Next song on this playlist is a Dream song. It's one of my favorite Dream songs. Shorty is the shit. Beat crazy, melody's crazy. The way he constructed the verses on this song was just tight, bro. Funny thing is, I think around this time this song came out, he had put out some project or something, and I started really paying attention to his music. And at one time he released kind of like a EP or something you just put out real quick, and I listened to all the songs, and I took the title of each song, turned it into like a little poem, a little whatever, and I sent it to him. Like on Twitter, like in a DM, or I might have sent it to him as a message, and he actually DM'd me and said, fucked with it, which was pretty dope. True story, no bullshit. I got receipts too, so don't be playing with me. Shorty is the shit, aka my favorite song. Featured Fabulous. It was produced by Los the Maestro in The Dream, and another song off the Love Hate album. Dream was a little chubby motherfucker back then too, but this is The Dream's first song off his first album. It was originally supposed to be just Dream, but after the song came out, a remix of it came with Fab, and he picked that mix to become the original and album version. And Fab killed that verse too. Dream said, I think it was the idea of the summer. At the time and at the moment when I wrote it, I had just finished Bad for Jay Holiday. Not long before that, it's also the defining song that got me to start a career as a singer, rather than just being a songwriter and a producer. So those are deafening summertime feel of where I wanted to be, and how I wanted a girl to feel, and how I wanted myself to feel. Sometimes just project these things. You wake up feeling, oh, I'm the shit. So you just reverse it, and you make it about your counterpart. It was released July 10th, 2007. Like I said, first single, first song off the Love Hate album. Next song on this playlist is going to be Jay-Z's Holy Grail, featuring Justin Timberlake. So 9 out of 10 with Timberlake being on there. You know The Dream had something to do with that hook, the bridge. He probably wrote it, co-wrote it. It was produced by J-Rock, The Dream, as well as Timberlake. So you got that type of collaboration on the song, you know it's gonna be big. And this was off the Holy Grail album. This was fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. And it was released July 4th, 2013. And it was the first song off the Magnum Carl Holy Grail album. During his Breakfast Club interview, Jay explained the Holy Grail's fame, something that is desired by many, but cannot be handled by all. That's deep. Next song on this playlist is The Dream, I Love You Girl. He killed this too, man. Like, he was just putting out records. That Love Hate album was just crazy, man. Of course, it was produced by himself as well as Tricky Stewart. It was released April 15th, 2008. And it was number 2 off the Love Hate album. The Love Hate album had those records, bro. You could tell he was just like, being a dope writer, you always want to put your best foot forward when you give people records. But I can tell he saved these joints for himself, man. These was just all bangers. Like, everyone that I featured on here was just a banger. He could have given it to anybody, but he saved it for himself. says a lot. He has hundreds and hundreds of records that he wrote, produced, mixed, mastered, featured on. But these are just ones that, stood out for me. That's why I called it. It's written by the Dream, and I only put 21 of them on there. I could have put 3 volumes of this shit out, but, I wanted to keep it right here. Next song on this playlist is going to be Beyonce's Single Ladies. Put a ring on it. Y'all know what that did for the music industry. Y'all know what that did for women. Y'all know what that did for the Billboard charts, Video Music Awards. Like, she killed it. And it was off of Beyonce's I Am Sasha Fierce album. Her alter ego. It was produced by Tricky Stewart, of course, The Dream, as well as Beyonce. It was released September 13th, 2008. And it was number 9 off the I Am Sasha Fierce album. Beyonce and Jay-Z got married in 2008, but didn't tell anybody. Single Ladies was seen as the couple's announcement, even though it's about being on your own. Producer Tricky Stewart told People in 2010, it was the only public statement that they ever made about marriage. The last song off this playlist is going to be The Dream with Pusha T. Cocaine 80s. I know what song I'm talking about. Off that Cruel Summer album. Higher. Beat crazy. Lyrics crazy. Verses is crazy. Melodies is crazy. Album concept was crazy. Cover art is crazy. I used to actually work out to that Cruel Summer album. Play it from the beginning all the way to the end. It was produced by Hit Boy. It also had Mace on the record. I fuck with that next verse. It was released September 14th, 2012. And it was number 7 off the Kanye West Presents Good Music Cruel Summer album. So there you have it, everybody. Episode 7. Join the Crowd Radio. As written by The Dream. Now what my Moxie says, I wrote with one of the most extensive music catalogs to date. Terius Nash, aka Youngdell, aka The American Dream, has propelled a career of his #1 hits, vocal arrangements, artistic direction, and melodic production that has everyone from your grandmom to your little cousin doing a dance move to, all while trying to hit some of the music industry's most memorable notes ever. From his first credit in 2003 with B2K to the mega hit Umbrella with Rihanna and Single Ladies with Beyonce, his masterful writing has created some of the biggest moments in music, period. Hope y'all enjoy. Episode 7, Join the Crowd Radio, as written by The Dream. Your boy Moxie made it, MoxieMadeIt.com, JoinDaCrowd.com, Playlist of Life. Until we meet again.
This is Join the Crowd Radio. JoinDaCrowd.com.